guys, this is my belated January TBR pile for you guys. I had this all recorded before I left on my trip, but then I ended up not being able to upload it because I had bad internet connection most of the time I was gone, and also it actually ended up being good because I changed my mind on a few of the books, and I will explain why at the end of this, I think. But the first thing that I'm reading is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I'm so excited to finally have the author's preferred text, and I'm so excited to get to read this before the show is coming out. They haven't even done, like, we know that Starz is producing the show, but we don't know, I think that's it, like, none of the casting has even been done yet, but I wanted to make sure that I had this read before the show, and unfortunately, like, I consider this an okay thing, but also a bad thing at the same time. Somebody, like, a bunch of people have said that they want Jason Momoa to play Shadow, which completely 100% fine with me. I completely stand behind that. I love it. I'm excited that they want him to play Shadow, and I think this one girl even was, like, asked him a video question about it, like how he felt about how he would feel about playing Shadow, and he said that he really, really wants to play Shadow. Like, he said that he wanted to play Shadow. He said that playing Shadow would be either as big an honor or nearly as big an honor as playing Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones. And so that's really cool and awesome, but the thing is, I don't like picturing actors as characters when I'm reading a book, if they haven't even been cast yet, because then it's like, what if somebody else ends up playing Shadow, and, like, the only person I see in my head as Shadow is Jason Momoa. But I tried to, like, not have a picture of Shadow in my head, but it didn't work. Basically, now that that girl and, like, a bunch of other people have said that they want Jason Momoa to play Shadow, that is who I'm picturing in my head as Shadow, which is fine, because he's awesome. But then if somebody else ends up playing him in the show, I'm gonna be like, dang it. But anyway, so... Oh, and also, my friend who lent this to me said that he thought James Nesbitt would be the perfect, Mad Sweeney. And so now that Mad Sweeney's been introduced in the book, I'm picturing James Nesbitt as Mad Sweeney. So, basically I'm, like, fan casting this in my head, before the show's even out. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I'm loving it so far, and I'm hoping to finish it kind of soon. And then I'll be reading, oh, wait a minute. Then I will be reading All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I finally got this from the library. I was number 80-something in line, starting in, like, August, and I finally have it in my possession, and I'm going to read it before it's due back to the library. And I'm so excited that I finally have it, because I, like, looked at the hold list after I already had it, and it's already... like, there are now 105 people in line for this book, so I'm just really excited that I can now read it, finally. Yeah, so that's exciting. And then I want to read Elder Edda, which is Myths, Gods, and Heroes from the Viking World. I was gonna read this before I read American Gods, because American Gods has Norse stuff in it, but you don't really, I don't think you have to know anything about Norse myth in order to read American Gods, and so I was so impatient to read American Gods that I'm just going to read this afterwards. But I am really excited to read this because I think Norse mythology is some of my favorite mythology. I love Greek mythology and Roman mythology, but I also, like, I love Odin, and I think Balder is going to end up being one of my favorite Norse gods, I think, just based on Witches of East End, which I love. But yeah, so definitely excited for that. And then We have some books that whether I read them or not depends. Like, some of them are due back to the library today, and it depends on whether or not I can renew them, because I didn't get a chance to get to them before. One of them is Rags and Bones, New Twist on Timeless Tales. I want to read Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman, that's in here. I've been really obsessed with him recently, and I kind of want to read Cami Garcia's story in here because it's based on Rumpelstiltskin. So we'll have to see. But yeah, it depends on if I can get it renewed at the library or not. Same with Fragile Things by Neil Gaiman. I'm on like disc 4, I think, of this, and there's like 9. And I unfortunately already had to return the ebook that I had out from Overdrive because I forgot to renew it. So then it automatically like goes off of your device when it's due. So I couldn't renew it, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll see how this is just listening to it, or I might be able to check out Fragile Things from from Overdrive again. So again, we'll see. I am enjoying that so far, but just this is like the second or third time I've checked it out from the library, and I don't know. And then we have Roverandom by J.R.R. Tolkien. This I really want to read. I'm hoping that I can renew it because I really want to read it. Because I want some Tolkien that's kind of smaller and light before I dive into Lord of the Rings. So, yeah. And then we have this box of A Bear Called Paddington by Michael Bond. This is the paperback book and Stephen Fry's audio recording of it. And I want to read and listen to this before the movie comes out on the 16th. My friend Ben was like hugely making fun of me for wanting to see Paddington, but the thing is that A, I still like seeing kids movies, and B, it has such a good cast. Like, it's got Hugh Bonneville, and I think Ben Whishaw voices Paddington, and it's got, oh man, like 3 or 4 other people who I just really enjoy, all well-known British actors. I think, not Tara Fitzgerald, oh man, the girl who played Anne Elliot in Persuasion, I think plays Hugh Bonneville's wife. So, Sally Hawkins, maybe? Yeah, I think it's Sally Hawkins. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this, and listen to anything by Stephen Fry, I'm there. Like, his voice is awesome, and he's awesome in general, so. And then the last thing, you guys are gonna laugh at me, probably. War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, and I would just like to say in advance, I am not trying to get through this all in January, but I want to start this in January because BBC Radio 4 on New Year's Day put out re-released the 10-hour long adaptation of this from several years ago, I think, that has John Hurt and a few other people in it, and I really want to listen to that on the iPlayer before it expires. I think it'll expire February 1st, so I want to listen to that, but I want to have that be my motivation for finally starting this. I am like 40 pages in from the last time that I started it, so I'm not going to go back and reread those first 40 pages, but this, I've decided I just need to read gradually with other things over a period of months, so I'm probably going to end up reading this, like, start it this month, and then just read it month by month until I finish. It could be that I don't finish this till December. I'm hoping that I'll finish it in, like, June or July, maybe, but we'll have to see, because it is a huge... It's 1,200 something pages, so we'll have to see, but I'm really, really excited for this, and I will probably rewatch the 2007 film adaptation at various points while reading this. I will probably rewatch it maybe 4 or 5 times while I'm reading it, so yeah, I'm really excited about that, and I figure that's a good way to do this. I was putting way too much pressure on myself when I said that I was going to try to read it all in a month or read it all in 2 months. I just need to read little bits of it at a time when I have breaks from smaller books. So, yeah. Okay, guys, so that was my TBR. Oh, the ones, I need to show you guys the ones that I cut out, and explain why. Sorry, I had to pick them up, because I'm sure you guys are wondering about this. I started Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes last month, and I got 110 pages in, and I was really enjoying what I was reading. However, every time I put it down, I was not, I didn't want to go straight back to it. I wanted to read it because it was there, but I didn't, it wasn't something where I like, didn't want to eat or do other things, while reading this. And I have too many other books where I'm so incredibly excited to read them. So I've decided that I'm going to put this, down for now, and I'm going to take Rebel Spring and Gathering Darkness back to the library as well, and I'm just going to pick these up when there's more of a lull in my reading. And also, I think my biggest problem is I need to finish reading A Song of Ice and Fire before I read these, because right now I'm just too obsessed with Song of Ice and Fire, and this series is supposed to be the young adult version of Song of Ice and Fire, so I'm reading this and I'm like, but Game of Thrones is so much better. So yeah, that's my main issue with these. So, I definitely do want to pick them up, at another time, but I think that will be once I am finished with Game of Thrones and once I haven't read a Game of Thrones book in a while, so I might pick these up in like a year or so. I don't know, and I know that that's really weird that I was like so excited to read these and now I'm like, no. But I didn't know. Like, I started reading it and I was like, this is good, but it's not great. So, I don't know. So yeah, that's my January to be read pile and the books that I have decided not to read in January. And I have a few more videos for you guys, just updates and stuff like that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of any of these without spoilers if you don't mind. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.